Welcome to the Mortgage Update with Dan Frio. For over 10 years, Dan has been helping AM 1160 listeners. With so many companies to choose from and hundreds of loan options, the mortgage process can be confusing and costly. Be sure to listen each day for Dan and learn the difference between FHA, VA, and conventional loans. You'll also learn how to negotiate lower interest rates and fees, as well as steps to buying your first home and whether refinancing makes sense. Stay tuned to find out why Chicago's top realtors are choosing Dan Frio.
Welcome to the Mortgage Update with Dan Frio, and I, of course, am Dan Frio. I have a special guest in here, actually a couple people right now, that we want to dive down an area that I didn't know about this program about a year ago. Had no clue about this program. And it's what we call Homes for Heroes. So what happened was, about a couple months ago, we get a client who's a disabled vet. God bless him and thank you for your services, all the veterans out there. So we have a client, and we're a member of a system called Homes for Heroes. So we're going to elaborate on what that specifically is in a minute. But we have this client, and we're like, okay, they have to use a particular person or realtor to take advantage of this program. So we started looking around, and we came across a young lady that her information on the web was phenomenal. We, believe it or not, we looked you up on kind of the back end of things to see your transactions. We were very impressed, and that's why we partnered with you in regards to that client, and we're glad to have you here now. So what I want you to do is just introduce yourself, tell us who you are, what you do, and things like that. And then what we're going to do is really dive down this program it's a phenomenal program for any veterans out there. And it's not just veterans. There's a whole slew of people this program can help. And the program is called Homes for Heroes. So welcome.
Oh, thank you so much for having me here today. I'm Pat Smarto. I am the managing broker and owner of Lakes Realty Group, and our offices are in Fox Lake in downtown.
So when did you start getting involved in Homes for Heroes?
I was introduced to the program at a National Association of Realtors convention in November of 2017.
Really?
And I was really looking for something where we could give back to the community on a consistent basis. We regularly sponsor events, but we wanted to dive a little bit deeper and be able to give back to the people that serve us on a day-to-day basis.
So one of the guys on my team, Donald Kamek, he's my feet on the street.
Hello.
And I brought him in to basically, it was like, there's only so many hours in a day. So I try to do the radio. And I try to do YouTubes. And then I get back to the office and I try to work on files. And then I help people in the back end help push their files through the system. And then I get involved with this. We all wear a lot of hats. And we all have 20 balls in the air. But we brought Donald on.
Yes.
And he's basically my feet on the street. So if you're a realtor out there or a financial planner, or anybody that kind of wants to get involved with us, the Frio team, in regards to mortgages and in helping you, grow your business, Donald's the guy to reach out to. So welcome, Donald, as well.
Thank you, Dan. And it's great being on the team. And this program is a program, Homes for Heroes. It's very passionate to my heart. I'm glad to be a part of it and partnering with Pat on it, and excited to be here today to talk about it.
Sure. So what I want to do is, the first thing when you hear of heroes, in my mind, and I'm just saying this, is, like firefighters. Because 9/11 and everything, it's like the heroes and so forth. So, and then when I saw some of the advertisements for Home for Heroes, I thought it was just for veterans. So I made a call, because my dad's a World War II veteran. He's still with us. He's 90 years old. So I was like, you know what can we do to help the men and women that are in the service? So then I made a phone call for Homes for Heroes and found out the broader range of people, or categories, I guess I would say, that this program can help. So can you elaborate who can benefit from this program? Let's start there. Who can benefit? What's the benefits? And then why?
So the categories, it's across, not just, as you said, firefighters and military personnel, people that have served for us overseas and who are retired veterans. And I, too, had a dad. My dad flew in Korea. So,
cool.
That category certainly has a special place in my heart. But it's also teachers who are often overlooked and don't have an opportunity to benefit from programs like this. And I have a child that, has had an IEP. The teachers have been a huge help for him. So it's really great to be able to give back to those people that I know are helping our children in the schools on a day-to-day basis and don't often get a program just for them.
Sure.
And firefighters, law enforcement, the obvious military personnel. But then the last one is healthcare personnel. So doctors and nurses, people that are taking care of us physically out there. And they are able to benefit from the program as well.
I just got a question that pops in. Can you be like a secretary or somebody at the hospital? Or do you have to be a registered nurse or have a PhD or something
Homes for
to
Heroes
qualify?
Allows for a little bit of latitude for us as realtors to stretch the definition a little bit. We have to be consistent about it.
Okay.
But within our own market, if we choose to extend it beyond just people who are RNs and MDs, physical therapists or speech pathologists, people who are still involved in the medical field but may not have the advanced degrees of others, then yes, definitely they can benefit as well.
Gotcha. So explain the program to us.
So there's two sides to it. If you are a buyer and you're purchasing a home, you will receive a rebate based upon the purchase price of the house that you buy. Okay. And that comes directly to you after your closing as a check from Homes for Heroes.
Okay.
We as brokers who are representing those buyers send the monies to Homes for Heroes. There is the portion that is the rebate to the actual buyer, as well as an additional 5% that goes into the Homes for Heroes Foundation. On average, what would you say the benefit to the hero portion of the program is? Well, if you bought a $150,000 house, you take 0.7% of that purchase price, and that's what you'll get back. So it's over $1,000 you would get back on that $150,000 house. Is there any catch to the home buyer, the hero piece? Because usually, I'll be devil's advocate. Yes. You usually don't get anything for free. There's something in the background that's like, gotcha. And I hate to look at it that way, but you know what I'm saying? The skepticism out there might be, okay, you're not just going to give me this money. I am also a pragmatist, and we kind of slow rolled this out because I wanted to make sure the program was what they said it was. Okay. So it is what they say it is. Got it. So they walk the walk and talk the talk. That is correct. Gotcha. Now, if you are a seller, we reduce your listing fee that I didn't know that. As a listing agent would charge you. So we reduce our normal fee by 25%. Okay. So, and that shows up on their Alta when they're at closing, the reduction that they received. So no, I just thought it was for if you're buying a house. And then on our, Donnie, on our side of the fence, there might be a serviceman out there, a police officer, and I know you're kicking it right now with the police officers. It's an easy conversation to have. It is. It really is. So the first thing, one of the things somebody might be listening saying, okay, I'm not buying or selling my house, but can I take advantage of this program? Yeah. Can they refinance? If they refinance, what's that? It's so easy for me to have the conversation because the reason I got in this business is I enjoyed helping people. And this is such a value. And I think I'm so passionate about this program because I respect these people in the community so much. Yeah. I've had several law enforcement officers in my family. My uncle was a vet. My best friend, John Marin, was in Vietnam. So I see the sacrifice. I see, and for me, it feels really good to give back. So I'm excited talking about the program. I mean, I was out last night, not working it, but I ran into a sergeant in the force last night. We started talking about it. One thing led to another. He says, I want you and Pat to come in and talk to the force. Yeah, you were texting me with his business
I was
card.
Excited. I was excited.
I'm like, sweet. So it's a good introductory. So what we're doing on our side of the fence is if they're not buying a house, they're refinancing. Mm-hmm. There's really no program. Part of the program doesn't have anything to do really with refinances. So what Donnie and I came up with is, okay, here's what we're going to do. We'll still do our part. Our part is when you go through the program, we're going to discount. We will pay for your appraisal, and we will give you a discounted rate. So between those two things, even if you're refinancing and there's nothing to do with buying or selling, we're going to do that. If they're buying a home, we're doing that also. So not only with the $1,000 rebate or the money they're going to get back from your side of the desk, on our side of the desk, we're going to give them discounted rates as well as we'll pay their appraisal fee up to $500. And normally it's not over, I think our appraisal fee is like $380 or something like that. So even if it's a 2-unit or 3-unit, they should be covered with no issues there. So What's the best way, and then we're going to go through a whole nother segment, but what's the best way that somebody can reach out to you? And you're going to be on our, just to let you know, we're going to put you on our website. So if anybody's out there and they see, they run across this program, they hear us, they just don't know where to go to our website under the Homes for Heroes will be all your information as well. So we'll put you on there. So if you're in the Illinois area, you basically, you're going to help us throughout all of Illinois. So tell us, give them a little information how they can reach you. Then when we come back, we're going to walk somebody through, if they're looking to buy or sell a house, what do they need to do? So what's the best way to get you?
So there's multiple ways you can reach me. I have my cell phone with me all the time, and that is 847-338-3848. If you would prefer to email me, it's pat@lakesrealtygroup.com, LAKESREALTY group.com.
Awesome. If you have any questions for us during the show, give us a call at 833-DAN-FRIO. Dan is D-A-N, Frio is F-R-I-O. If you'd like to reach me by email, it's dfrio@parksidelending.com, or you can go to the FrioTeam.com and just scroll at the top. The headers, there'll be a Homes for Heroes tab and there'll be a sponsor tab, and we'll have you on both of those segments. But when we come back, what I want to talk about is, I'm a fireman and I'm listening to the show and I want to buy a house. What do I do? So that's what we're going to talk about next. If you miss any of the shows, you can go to themortgageupdate.net. And you can find all of my previous shows as well as my sponsors. Please support these guys. And I'll tell you basically what they do. Dottie Dose, Echo Home Inspections, Inc. If you're looking to buy a house and you need that house inspected, please reach out to Dottie. Gary Hall with Remax Central. AD Supplies. They're the kind of the alternative to Uline, Granger, and the Carey Company. Stuart Ramirez of E-Signature Realty. Tom Mirabali, if you listen to this show or my other shows, you hear Tom all over the radio. He's your independent insurance agent with Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Pat Noon, PJN Tax Solutions Group. He's the guy that gets the IRS off your ASS. Credit Scores and More, plural, Credit Scores and More, to get your free credit scores and more. And Joe Trabuzio of Universal Masonry Group. If you're looking to have anything done in your house, remodeling, finishing the basement, fixing that kitchen, fixing the bathrooms, Joe's your guy. So I want to thank the sponsors, and don't go away. We'll be right back.